Hey, what's up guys? Ilya here with a new video, and today we're doing a comparison between the Apple Watch Milanese Loop and the Apple Watch Link Bracelet. So I wanted to go ahead and kind of show you the differences and pretty much justify if this one here is worth the additional $300 over this band. So before we get started, I'm going to be comparing them with two different watches. So I have the 42mm here, which is my watch, and the 38mm here, which is my wife's watch. So disclosure, the Milanese Loop will be the smaller variant over the Link Bracelet, but it's only going to vary as far as the actual connections here up top if I get the camera to focus. But let's put those to the side. Let's look at the bands themselves. So the Milanese Loop retails for $149.99, and it is pretty much right on par with all the Apple Watch straps. So leather loop, classic buckle, and the only one that's kind of a little pricier than this one is going to be the modern buckle, which isn't even for sale yet. But as you can see here, guys, it is pretty much stainless steel kind of woven together to create this fabric-like feel, and it's magnetic, which means it is, like Apple calls it, infinitely adjustable. So you can just pretty much adjust it on a whim because of this magnet. And one thing to note here, this magnet is extremely powerful, so it doesn't really come off. You can exercise with it, you can run with it, and you'll be fine. But because the magnet is made out of stainless steel, if I get the camera to focus, because it's made out of stainless steel, this part right here will scratch and will show some wear over time, but because it's so small, you really won't notice it. So just one thing to note, this bottom magnet does scratch over time, but then again, it's in the bottom of your wrist, no one's going to notice it. But overall, guys, this band is sleek, feels good in the hand, and looks pretty darn sexy. So moving on to the Link Bracelet, this retails for $449, which is the most expensive Apple Watch band. And as you can see here, I have it disconnected, so you can't really put this band on if all the links are connected on the Apple Watch, but there's no flex in the stainless steel, so it's really difficult to put on. So when you take it off or put it on, you have to separate the links, which kind of leads me to how you adjust this. So traditionally on watch bands, if you have a Link Bracelet, you need to go to a jeweler to get it adjusted, right? So that creates hassle and inconvenience. With Apple Watch, they've developed a mechanism where you see these little buttons here, they actually separate the bands or the links. So if you press it, you're able to just kind of separate them and adjust the watch to your size. Now, because of the fact that you're removing links, unlike the Milanese Loop, you can't adjust it on the whim or on the fly. Once you adjust it, you kind of have to stick to that configuration unless you're carrying links around you all the time. So one thing I've noticed, and this is specific to me, with my wrist, either the watch fits a little snug or too loose. So for me, if I could remove half a link, that'd be the perfect combination, but that's not possible. So I go with a snugger fit, which isn't a problem whatsoever throughout the day until I start running around outside or it gets a little hot and my wrist swells up. Then all of a sudden it becomes a little too snug. Now this doesn't happen often because when I do work out, I do work out with the sports band, but it's one thing to note as far as comfort goes, depending on your wrist, you might have more flexibility with a Milanese Loop over the Link Bracelet. So as you can see, quality wise, the Link Bracelet is just nicer, you can say. It's going to be up to taste, right? But I think it looks nicer. You have this beautiful scale-like finish, and it's made of stainless steel the whole way. But that also means it can get scratched fairly easily. So I did mention that in the Milanese Loop you can scratch the bottom piece of the magnet. Well, the entire Link Bracelet is made out of this material, which means the entire Link Bracelet can get scratched, and it can get scratched fairly easily. So I'm not sure the camera's picking it up here, but the entire buckle here, entire bottom piece, as well as the bottom links, have micro scratches on them, just from the fact that when I put my watch down on the table, when I'm typing or at work, whatever that might be, it's doing little micro scratches. So I'm not sure if you can polish them out. I'm sure you can, but one thing to note, this watch band does scratch easily and it will definitely show. But as far as how it looks on the watch itself, let's go ahead and put them on, and it's going to be, again, just like everything, personal taste. So the Milanese Loop just slides in, and this is a lot easier to do without a camera in front of your face, guys, FYI. Okay guys, so I have both bands now on the Apple Watch itself, and as you can see here with the Link Bracelet, because of the fact that it's sturdier, it even sits on its own, pretty cool. The Milanese Loop is very flimsy. Again, it feels like it's made out of fabric, but it's made out of stainless steel. So as far as which one I like better, it's going to be personal preference. I think the Link Bracelet feels nicer. You know what? Take that back. I think the Link Bracelet looks nicer. The Milanese Loop definitely is more comfortable to wear. Then again, the Link Bracelet does add some weight to it, which kind of reminds me of wearing a traditional watch, right? So there's pros and cons to both of them. But when you boil it down, for $149 in the Milanese Loop, that is, to me, I think a no-brainer. So you're getting a stainless steel finish, you're getting that classy look, and guess what? It can get wet, you can take it to work out, you can pretty much take it anywhere without damaging the band itself. If you take out the leather loop and you accidentally get it wet, you don't want to get leather wet. It can affect the look of it over time. So as far as bang for the buck, the Milanese Loop, 150 bucks, I think it's a must-have watch strap for everyone. As a matter of fact, I ordered mine from the 42mm and I'm just waiting for it to arrive. The Link Bracelet, even though it is extremely nice, extremely sexy, and just looks and feels like a traditional watch, is a little pricey. So for 450 bucks, it's not going to be for everyone. I can tell you right now, I've enjoyed using it and I absolutely love the band, but when you compare it to the Milanese Loop or other straps, it's a little hard to justify, except for the look. So it's definitely one of my favorite bands, and if you have the money, I definitely recommend it. Go pick it up. But for everyone just looking for the all-around perfect watch strap at a reasonable price, I think the Milanese Loop is definitely the one to go with. So quick comparison, guys. Please let me know what you think. Please like this video. Which band did you pick up? Please drop in the comments below. Curious to see. And please subscribe, guys. So as always, see you in the next video. Have a good one. Peace.